Seems to work. Okay.
So the moral of the story is, when in doubt, just restart MapTool.
Yep.
Pretty much.
I love how that fucking solves problems, even though I don't think it should solve problems.
No, it definitely shouldn't, but, you know.
Nothing has been changed yet.
I did do some intricate map designing where you folks are going to see the largest map I have yet designed. And should you decide that now is the time you don't want to go to an Underdark, then I'll see you folks next week.
I see.
We're going.
Yeah.
Good.
Dwohurim has very good reasons why, but I think we can just skip those and say that he convinced you.
Right. Despite all of the warnings, despite the icon relationship information, despite me jokingly telling a friend, a veteran GM, that my players will, of their own volition, heading into the Underdark.
Danger's no excuse not to go.
Well, no, but...
I also do love how Goger is, like, very much communicated, like, maybe this, Underdark is a bad place, everyone. I'm experiencing some measure of regret now.
So
It is the ancestral home of our people.
we got an incremental advance, but we didn't get a full heal up, correct?
That is correct.
Meaning that if I take the extra hit, well, I'm just using a recovery anyways.
Huh.
But essentially, if I, what am I trying to say?
Would hit points gained be full or damaged?
They would
That's what
be
you're asking.
full. You can go ahead and, like, if you take extra hit points, you can go ahead and gain those extra hit points.
Okay.
Your primary way
Alright.
that you'd be penalized would be if you grab an extra spell or power.
Which I can't even do.
Okay. Welcome to Not Your Problem.
Spellcaster problems. I was going to take skill points anyway. I've kind of sworn to always do that first because I mess up on all of them forever.
You gotta need those crutches to help you pass the ones through twos.
Yeah, if I just stack enough of them up, at some point.
That's right.
Problem is that the DC almost keeps moving as well.
It's like your DC of 32.
It's like the Underdark is more dangerous than the Wildwood.
I
about
remember
that?
having more money than it's on my token.
You have money on. Okay.
Well, I haven't edited your token notes. I copied these all from the Newport map.
Oh. Use evocation. Battle.
I definitely had more than 300 gold now.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
I had a lot more because I remember commenting on it on the end of that session. I have so much money I don't know what to spend it on.
either you or you didn't put it on your token, because it's not on the Newport one, it's not on your Robber's Bluff one.
I know I have a lot of money, but I just didn't know what to spend it on because we'd
no.
probably be dumping all
Here
of
we
our
go.
stuff down there.
It's
right?
on your it's on the Tristan's office one. This is
Right.
the token where you put your fucking money. That brief
Alright.
time you were there at Tristan's office
yep.
is where you put the money.
Yeah, that's my bank account.
Yes, your bank, although it is a bit depleted these days.
Yep.
Okay. Well, it's time again for 13th Age, and what a momentous occasion it is, for you all have voluntarily decided to journey into the Underdark. But before we go any further, I want a recap from one of you kids about what happened last session. Is there a volunteer out there, or shall I roll a d4?
Roll it.
Alright, let's see here. 1 is Dark, 2 is Sheep, 3 is Goger, 4 is Manaki. Goger, what happened last session?
Me again, damn. Alright. So we started last session in Newport, basically preparing to go down into where was it? Robber's Bluff, yes, that was the thing. And Tempus had some ideas of what to do. He had found out a secret way to enter the place, basically, through some smuggler's tunnels. And we also decided to buy some rat poison, and did we do anything else? I don't think we did. Yeah, so anyway, we set out and entered through the smuggler's tunnels. Tempus killed a goblin that was guarding the entrance. And then we just basically walked in, and he had some password that was fake, actually, but we got in anyway. And there was some half-orcs sitting at the table eating, and we had poisoned some food with the rat poison, and we just threw it on the table, and they happily started eating away of it. And then they started throwing up and basically died right there at the table. After that, we saw some hellhounds further down into the caverns, and Geráck decided to follow them basically, and ran into an ogre that threw a huge fucking boulder at him, just missing his head.
Hill giant.
Yeah, hill giant, that was the thing. And then combat ensued, lasting a very long time, and we went there to sort of save the what was his name? The noble guy. We went there to save his fiancée anyway.
Everett Lavelle?
Everett Lavelle, yeah. We went there to save his fiancée, who had been captured by the wedding planner, whose name was...
That's something that you hear a lot in tabletop groups, right? The villain, the wedding planner.
Zeke something.
The evil villain.
Zeke Mathis.
Yes,
Mathis.
the evil wedding planner. Most nefarious. Anyway, we did found her there in a cage, a bit hurt, and Zeke Matthews basically standing there next to her, and had been hit a bit by this hill giant, and he was in a bad shape at the moment. Anyway, we dispatched of the enemies, and he ran down further into the cave, and we decided not to follow him, and returned to Newport instead with the maiden.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm sure there was, but I don't remember.
Okay. It's important to keep in mind. All right, you all elected to stay in Newport for a few days, resting your bodies and preparing your minds. Some of you have also taken the time to utilize your icon relationships. What have your characters been up to since the last session?
Well, I can just keep going here. Geráck has been doing some charity work, basically, throughout the town and surrounding areas. Handing out some money to the local fishermen, farmers, and hunters. So basically they can get better equipment in order to deal with the food shortage that has been plaguing town. And also to quell the riots a bit that has been going on in the city. When doing this, he came in with a contact, a cleric called Harold Ridge, who gave him some useful information about the Underdark, since he had been studying it for a very long time. Basically telling him what he might find down there, and what dangers are plaguing the area. And also, he told him about a huge fucking worm that is rummaging through the area, causing mini quakes. And yeah.
A grinder worm, he called it. Or in layman's terms, a purple worm.
Yeah. So that is something we need to look out for. I'm sure we will hear it before we see it, but who knows. He also wanted us to return his greatsword that he lost down there when he fled this huge purple worm.
Is that it? Yeah?
Yes?
Okay, I just didn't want to, if you were pausing.
No, I'm done.
Okay. Well, so, I mean, we have Leon's, do we take that now, or?
Yeah, we can take that now. You can
Sure,
go ahead and provide the description for how that'll look and go.
Because, I mean, I think we're holding a little ceremony, I believe, where we're sort of all, maybe even Jasmine perhaps just solidarily sort of being there.
In the background, paying respects.
Yeah, but Dwohurim certainly wants to go and well, finally have time to sort of mourn a little bit for Leon, who after all was one of the people in the party he was the closest to. They sort of shared a lot, and he'll be pretty down about the whole thing. He'll bring Hex and Light too. The magic item having a pretty strong connection to Leon. He'll be by the sort of grave site. He'll sort of say a few words and generally just look at it and clearly thinking deeply about a lot of things. Well, try to be discreet about it, not really sharing his emotions too much with the others. Perhaps to protect them, or perhaps to, well, just keep it contained a little. This is not really the time to do long-term grieving, and Leon wouldn't really want it that way either. He doesn't think.
Hexenblade will forgive Dwohurim and begin functioning as a magic item again.
We will also leave a sort of a candle by the burning candle by there.
Okay.
Get like a blue one to put there. And then he'll try to strengthen himself up and prepare himself for the journey that is to hand, because these people killed Leon, and they killed... I mean, the Druids killed a lot of his allies and friends at the time. They're still on his list, but they're not doing it anymore. The four keep doing it now, and I mean, it's not like we don't deserve it from one point of view, at least, but damn it, we need to defeat them, and to do that, he needs more power, and the place to gain power right now, or to regain power, would be the Underdark, and he'll steel himself for going down there. He has done so by speaking to his allies in the academy, and he has received, to aid us, a potion that can help him when we defeat the Flensers. It will help him have a greater chance of draining his power back from their sort of unity of stolen abilities. So that's good. Make the whole mission easier to do. Beyond that, he also spoke to sort of an outlying member of a druid here from the Wildwood to, well, do something or other. Who had dealt with a lot of sort of aberrant creatures, especially what they call gelatinous cubes in the Wildwood. And he was able to sort of speak him into giving me oils of be nasty to oozes. If we get swallowed by an ooze after smearing this oil on us, they will try to spit us out. They don't want to eat us.
They foul-smelling concoctions that you effectively dump all over yourselves. They will last over your bodies and your equipment for a week. And during that time, should any ooze, or the technical term for a gelatinous cube among VR mages, gelahedron, should any gelahedrons attempt to engulf you, they will hawk you right back up immediately, unless they roll a 20.
Mm-hmm. So that's going to make the trip a little less dangerous.
You'll have to pour it on yourselves. It would have to be something that you did before combat. But once you did, it would last on you for an entire week. Unless you really fervently scrub yourself off, or, like, go dip yourself in your equipment in like, soapland for a while.
Does it have any negative effects?
It smells god-awful.
Alright.
Beyond that, no, it's just, you would not want to be around people and trying to engage in social interactions while having that upon you. It's very odoriferous and rather smelly, and things that might detect you by smell might have an easier time of detecting you by smell.
But as far as he understands, we're going to go with like glow sticks taped all over us, so so
Yes.
we're not going to be super super stealthy anyway.
You folks will be glowing like beacons in the near perpetual darkness of the Underdark.
Yeah. So, it's also curious for him to go back to the Dwarven lands. I mean, we used to live down there. It's where people are from.
Of course.
Okay, so I'll quickly handle what Jasmine did. It wasn't anything grand. She went round and did quite a bit of shopping, stocking herself up for equipment for travels. After all, this is an excursion. She's not too sure what she's going into, so having stuff like healing potions, rejuvenation potions, etc. Other than that, some time patrolling the street, just helping out the guards a little bit, and also looking into, as mentioned, like some of the little water, some little streams and stuff on the way, to fetch water before we get there. Once we get there, though, she has no clue.
Has Aurelia been up to anything of note, Sheep?
Not exactly too much of note in the time that she spent waiting and preparing Newport. She, of course, also went to Leon's funeral, bringing his cat that she perhaps not adopted quite properly yet, but is certainly taking care of, mumbling things about that this might be, well, perhaps her second funeral. The first one she went to not to mourn, but to cause another, so bit awkward, all of it, and she doesn't really know how to behave properly, but, she'll be there and try to do the things that the others also do, like looking solemn. Other than that, she is pretty sure that Dwohurim has a good plan for our trip, and surely everything will go as he expects.
Okay.
Otherwise, of course, he would not have suggested such a plan, because clearly it is some sort of smaller part of a bigger plan to defeat the Free once and for all, and apparently the key is getting his power back from the Underdark, which seems reasonable enough.
Alright.
Geráck has, of course, mentioned his concerns to everyone after speaking to the cleric, but if everyone wants to go, then he will certainly follow along.
Alright. Now we need to make some determinations, some last-minute judgments and calls before you folks head out. I have a very good sense of when you folks are leaving, which is as soon as possible, which is the 2nd of Cold Even. However, I would like to know, and you do need to decide, how you plan on traveling to the Bitter Meadow Caverns. It'd be a 4 or 5 days ride by horseback, 8 days by feet, and if you're going to bring a cart with you, that's going to take at least 12 days.
With the cart?
There have been some chatter in the Skype group chat a few hours before session start, and it's time to make a decision.
I would say we just take a sheepish cart, a horse, go there slowly, eat the horse once we're there, leave the cart somewhere, and done.
Yeah, sure. Could also bring a barrel of water, just in case.
Sure. Sure. If there's one thing, food might be pricey, but I don't think water is.
Water is not pricey, no. Food prices, I have informed in the group chat that due to the sheer inflation of food prices, that is something you'll have to deduct from your expenses. 1 day of trail rations, which weighs about a half pound, for one person is 2 gold pieces. They normally cost 5 silver pieces.
I've already paid for mine. In case you'd like to know how much, I believe I have 25 days.
I still have a bunch actually from what I bought from forever ago.
It's probably bad by now.
It's trail rations basically, as long as they're dry.
So normally we don't keep track of these things, but you folks are going to be heading to a place where you can't just go to Village Mart and buy some.
Yeah.
I'll stock up on a few more.
So how long do we even expect to be in the Underdark?
With a cart, it's going to take you guys 12 days, roughly, just to even get there.
Wait, what are we doing with the cart? Are we going to carry stuff in it? But we can't carry that down into the Underdark.
It would definitely be really challenging to carry a cart with you into the Underdark, yes.
No, that won't, but we will have a horse to eat.
But we can take that anyway without the cart. Right? We don't have to be slowed down by cart.
We do, but...
If only we had those someone can run like a horse.
No, you folks can certainly carry like 22ish or whatever like days of food on each of your persons just fine.
Yeah.
Not even Dwohurim has a negative strength, so you can carry it.
Yeah, Geráck will also carry 4 water skins with him.
Okay.
I already had 3 of them on me. I already had 3 water skins, so I think I'm okay.
I'll
Thank
take 2. What of lantern oil and
I
marbles?
have a lot of Captain Oil.
I actually don't have any more marbles.
Have
Oh, I do. I bought new ones.
You of course
So
have
if-
your magic sticks that I mentioned in the group chat that you can purchase.
Yep. I have
So if you don't think that a cart is necessary, then the options are we take 4 horses, because Aurelia doesn't need one, or we just walk.
Well, yeah, 4 horses.
Okay,
Why
sure.
not? How much is a horse?
A horse, just a riding horse, would run you about 20 gold pieces.
See, that is peanuts right now.
The problem is that we can't just take them down with us, and we sort of can't leave them there. But
I mean, how
you can
much
release them, you can eat
You could just
them.
let them go, or like find some
Yes.
dude and be like, "Here, take these 4 horses.
I'm
Have a good
sure-
life."
Yes.
Yes. Considering how expensive a horse is, like giving them to Bob the peasant would really give him a good life. Yes.
Yeah, like he'd be like, "Oh my god, 4 horses! Just how?" Like, yeah, we only like rode. We wanted.
then everyone else
Basically,
can-
we'll be paying like 100 gold, or almost 80 gold
But
for
you
5
folks
days less of
already,
travel.
like some of you like at least already bought horses whenever you like
Yeah, I
traveled
have.
to kill.
I do have a horse.
Yeah, but I don't want to. I don't want to spend Ravinger there. I mean, he couldn't live in the wild. You know, he deserves to hang out a little bit at the sort of arcane college stables with all the other ponies and just hang out.
All right.
You can have a holiday as well.
Equally, Jasmine got quite a fine horse from her military experience. She doesn't just want to release it.
I'll pay for Ravinger's nice treatment.
Okay. That's actually on the house. It's
Okay,
Arcane
good.
College.
He should eat like pumpkins and stuff, whatever he wants.
Okay.
I didn't know he could eat pumpkins.
But yes,
Why not?
the difference between horseback or not is 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, are we willing to pay 80 gold for 3 or 4 days and make some guys like and get like a fan?
I mean, sure. Then the other people in the village will be envious and kill him. And, yeah.
We'll give it.
I mean, Geráck, like Goger, you did say I have no idea what to do with all of this money.
Now I spent all my money.
All of it? Really?
No, I have 280 left, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot left, admittedly.
Yes.
What did you spend it all on?
Lots of potions and stuff.
What's
I
a
guess
champion tier healing potion again? 200?
No, I bought champion tier acid potion and poison potion. as
Champion
well.
tier healing potion should not cost that much. It's 100.
Yeah, it's 100. But
Champion
I-
tier energy resistance
It's
potion.
okay. Let me
says,
just buy 5 more of those then. Put that on there.
you should buy some energy resistant potions though.
Why? Why is that?
Big. I sent a message in the chat before, but
Sure, but what are they? How much?
200 each.
For energy resistance. Is it
Yeah.
determined what energy?
You have to label what energy resistance it is when you buy it.
I'll buy an acid one then.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 2 acid and 1 poison.
I'll buy 2 then. I have so much money anyway.
Yep.
After this, we
They-
got
they
paid
each
pretty
cost
well.
200 gold pieces.
Yes, they do. There we go. Now I spent more than half my money. But I'll still vouch for just buying like the horses and then. I mean, what would the guy say if we like just bought like paid? I don't. We probably could haggle him down so he comes with us and then takes them back home. But why even bother? Like 5 gold pieces we might save.
Yeah, we
you
could also
know-
just leave it with a guy, give him a couple of gold pieces to guard our horses, like
But why? I don't.
because we might need them.
I suppose.
Might be like news from Newport, like an invasion of Chaos Beasts, and we need to get there really in a hurry. I don't know. we
Invasion
don't
of
know what.
Chaos Beast. You guys
I-
destroyed the living dungeon.
Yep.
And let's be totally honest, we wouldn't know about this until we got close enough for it to be too late, probably.
Is there a village close to the cavern?
I'm just saying we don't know what's gonna happen. It's,
suppose you
it's
ask-
fair.
The closest settlement would be shortly before you get to the hills in which the Bitter Meadow Caverns are in. That settlement is named Red Hall. And yes, once you get there, you could presumably, like, spend, fistful of gold pieces and, like, stable the horses there for, like, a few weeks.
Yeah.
That's presumably less than buying a new horse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, we can do that.
I also bought some renewable. Fuck's sake.
Rejuvenation.
Yeah,
Rejuvenation.
exactly.
That thing!
Yeah, I bought 3 of those.
All right.
Sure, we can stable them nearby. For the 50 shekels.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Stabling 4 horses for like 3 weeks. What's it cost for like lodging?
So are you guys gonna bring any extra water? I know dog is already.
3 water skins. I don't want to be like stuck full of water.
If you pay 5 gold pieces per horse for a total of 20 gold pieces, you could keep the 4 horses at a stable for like 30 days.
Yeah,
That'll feed 'em.
that's probably.
Done.
All right.
That's done. There we go. 20 gold pieces. Good. Fantastic.
All right. This is a last call for if there is anything you would like to purchase in the
We have
grand
rope.
city of Newport.
Does anyone have rope?
Yes.
50 feet.
150 feet.
I have 50 feet.
Okay, good.
I also have an iron grappling hook.
It's good.
If it means anything.
I think Aurelia might want to purchase some sort of vials, I guess. Because if there's poisonous things down there, that might be very interesting.
It's basically like little like glass containers.
Flasks.
Yeah, basically.
That I'm not gonna attach a price to that. If you, like
You can
you
have
guys
the-
have certainly like collected like enough like empty glass things through all the potions and oils you've had. So I mean,
Also Leon's amount of wine he made. He got.
Like, let's pour out this championship healing potion and fill it with poison. Just forget to change the label.
here you go, 1 championship potion.
Basilisk acid.
You take this healing poison. Don't you mean potion? No.
Let's find out.
Poison. Goddamn.
I have 4 healing potions on me. One of them is not what you think it is.
We have a bunch of lantern oil, right?
I have a little bit of lantern oil there.
I have 12 hours of lantern oil.
I don't know
Yeah,
what to do
that's
with
good.
it, but I
We
had
could
it.
set fires to stuff.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. That's what I thought. Fire is good.
Yeah, I have. Let's see. I have 12 hours of lantern oil. Of course,
The only
lantern.
thing I would buy would be ritual scrolls, but
We still have
Just
those things we got from the dude for bringing in the beast, don't we?
ritual
Two-
components,
two of
we have
them.
those.
Tempest also still has poison from session 1.
But we don't know when Tempus might be around.
Nope.
So
You do not
But it
know.
does have it.
he doesn't eat, does he? Does he eat?
He
There's oil.
He does eat, yes.
We can presume that he would have bought stuff for himself. Probably.
Yes. He ends up basically folding into a cube on the day that you're going to set out and
You know,
travel.
that's terribly useful, actually. As long as he doesn't just pop out at some random time. I guess I'm carrying now. Who's like,
Yeah,
I mean,
I guess you do.
You're the original member of Team PC.
sure, I'll carry him. Get in the back, Tempus.
How much would a shovel and pickaxe cost me?
Nothing. If you
Okay.
want to carry around a shovel and pickaxe, you can carry around a shovel and pickaxe.
Okay, I
Fishing.
will do.
I have those gloves if we need to get through anywhere.
Yes, you two still have your siege engine bits.
Imagine that Moria scene when I'm suddenly like push like a pebble down into a well and suddenly just falls like a cannonball.
Geráck will buy a net also.
All right, you can have a net. Like how
Fi-
big
fishing
do you
gear.
want? Like, how big do you want the net?
Big.
How big? You need to fucking size that for me.
I don't
Define.
like.
Well, what do you want the net to be able to hold?
Basically, like just a huge net that you could cut up into little pieces.
A purple worm.
No.
How much do we get for that at the zoo?
Basically for fishing or for like throwing on someone to catch him or something like that.
Okay, no, that won't be a cost. Has Geráck had cause to use a net before, or like fishing equipment in his life?
No.
Okay. Just wanted to check. This is gonna be great then.
Can't we just dynamite fish, or the equivalent of?
Basically a net with like weights on the end of it, so you could throw it on someone.
Sure.
You throw
sure.
Geráck in the water, and they all die from
Yeah,
pressure.
that's what I do. That's what I do whenever I hunt fish. That's American way. I just throw grenades into the water, then fish appear, and then I take them.
Yeah.
That's the American way there.
It's not very
So
sporty.
how much is grenades?
Those do not exist in the Dragon Empire.
Ah.
Damn it!
Solve all of our problems.
They are exclusively under the control of the Blue herself.
Damn.
Goddamn cheater.
How dare she cheat, being
So
one
how
of
do
the
we
most
get them
powerful
from
people.
her?
Can we attempt a parlay?
Then everything becomes a how many grenades do we need?
That's right.
Yep,
This
yep,
problem.
This
The
grenade
fiance
takes
has been
7
taken. How many grenades would that be?
I mean, we could make like Molotovs with lantern oil, but